Hi, welcome back to me and Mon Ami and to the third and final episode of our little mini-series here in the Roya Valley. And today we are headed out on the bikes again, and we are going to the wonderful mountain village of Tende. And then tonight we are going to take you to a restaurant in a shack up a hill that was recently voted one of France's very best. So it's an absolutely glorious morning here in Brigue, and we're just gonna walk around the corner here into the village and get a cup of coffee, but just to show you just a little bit of the atmosphere here in the morning, because it is like nowhere else, and the light is just incredible. There's just zero pollution, isn't there?
Yeah. You want to drink it.
It really is amazing, and it makes you realise what it's like up here in the mountains in the morning. Dreamy. Now Brigue isn't exactly full of cafes, or there's only one shop, isn't there, Mr. Boo? And it seems to not open till 4:30 yesterday. I think it had been open in the morning. You just come round this corner and you really are back in magic land. So lovely.
When I wake, I see the light and feel the shade. When I wake,
Enjoying your peaceful coffee, Mr. Boo.
Very much so.
It's a shame because it's such a lovely place to sit, but today it's got building works, danger, men at work.
So I wonder if they're going to match this one up on the left to match the side they've already done on the right.
I hope they do, and maybe it's a bit of a historic building because it's fabulous, Trompai. You look up there, those two windows are fake, stones are fake, but this one's a bit of a ruin, unless maybe it had a fire, but I think it's getting a new roof as well, isn't it?
Ooh la la.
Now, before we begin our cycle to Tende, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who's sent us coffees, sent us PayPal donations this month. It really does make a huge difference to us being able to do trips like this and to take you to more exciting places. So if you've contributed, please stick around to the end of the video when you'll see your name, hopefully, on the roll call of honour. Right, Mr. Boo, ready for the cycle to Tende.
I realize we're all the same, and I wonder if I could see your eyes against the sun. The sun.
Mr. Boo having to carry Twiggy, slowing him down. Well, that's his excuse. He likes to go slow, he likes to drink it in.
The hills are alive with the sound
of dirty cars. They're lovely though.
When I wake, I feel
I think up ahead is Tende. Now, I'd been to Tende a long time ago. I came on the train with my dad, brought him to see it, and we had nettle soup in a restaurant. And it was very good. The restaurant was really good. But can you see the cemetery right up the top? I would say cemeteries have the best views in these villages. This is definitely no exception.
when I wake, I realize we're all the same. I wonder,
Get your Kodak film there.
see your eyes against the sun.
Yeah, can't really remember anything yet. Maybe further in it'll become familiar. There's a very steep main street, I seem to recall, up to the church or the cathedral. Let's see. Definitely more bars and cafes than Brigue, I would say. Must be a bigger place. There's a lot more shops as well. Yeah, lots of eating choices here, definitely. Amazing. I remembered it as a one-restaurant town. Ah, memory plays many tricks. Cafe might have our name on it. That looks very inviting. Oh, locking up the bikes. So many choices, but we think we're going to go for something simple like a sandwich and maybe go and have a picnic somewhere. Somewhere nice. Oh, this will do for a nice sandwich. Sandwich Central. Mr. Boo, property expert, what are our prices?
There's a Maison de Village here with a terrace. That's quite high up, 86,000 for 74 square metres.
There's a Duato Vale there for 28.
I open a little shop, me and mon ami atelier.
Studio there, 42. How many square metres? 25, so that's about 1,500 square metre, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is compared to Villefranche, 11,000 square metres, quite a gulf. 67 for, look at that is 2,428 square metres, wow.
Of terrain.
But it's got a building, hasn't it?
32 square metres.
So 32 square metre building, 2.5 kilometres squared of terrain, that's a lot of gardening though, isn't it?
It's got plan and access to the river.
Wow. Get for your money, but some of them do look a little bit like Steptoe's Yard. Particularly this one. I think this needs work. Definitely needs work. But it's always interesting to see what you can get for 30, 40, 50 grand. And you really are still in the south of France. This is 06, this is Nice. This is the street I walked up on. Forced my dad to walk up here because we went to the restaurant just at the bottom with nettle soup. It was a boiling hot day and he wasn't right keen on walking up here, funny enough. But he did love it because when he'd done his military service in sort of 1947, 48, I think, he'd been in Austria and he'd never left in the love of the mountains and this sort of brilliant clean air. See the railway viaduct for the Tende Merveilles. If you get a chance, do the train ride up here. It's lovely. Just choose where to get off because you can't do everything in a day. So you need to get off somewhere where you want to have lunch. I would suggest Tende. Looking at that main street we just came up has a lot of options. We're hoping to sit in the sun at the end and get a picnic. Oh. I think he goes to a church. These things usually do, or a cemetery, don't they? Usually. Or a castle, or all three. They do. I'm a village expert, Mr. Boo. I said it'd lead to a cemetery or a cathedral or both. And it does. Which one do you want? The cemetery for your picnic or the cathedral?
Maybe a cathedral out front, if there's something like a square or something.
Yeah. I really can feel the natural air conditioning. Well, I was going to say only in Italy, but of course we're actually in France, but we are very close to the border. But how lovely. Panda 4x4 in green, or the one in blue. Just perfect for these seats. Perfect size. Well, we thought we'd get a lovely peaceful picnic outside the cathedral. There's a school trip. They couldn't make it up. Oh, we bumped into some subscribers, but they're shy. Let's get us in. Didn't expect me to subscriber coming up that alley, did you? That really is very unlikely. But look at this cathedral. Isn't it remarkable? Again, it's more Italian. We've seen these painted ones in Italy side.
Genoan.
It is, yeah. It's really beautiful. And it's all trompe-l'oeil. It is trompe-l'oeil, isn't it? But it's a very particular look and colour scheme. Remarkable. Well, Mr. Boo, before your sandwich, we've got to check it out, haven't we? Oh, it's chilly. By gum. Wow. It is enormous, given it's up this tiny path. Isn't that mad?
That's crazy.
It is absolutely vast. And the ceiling is unbelievably beautiful. Just wild. Oh, and the lights have come on, especially for us. Oh, I feel guilty. I should give a donation. Isn't that lovely they came on? Must be on a sensor. It really is quite astonishing, this place. Really amazing. Really amazing. The altar lit up like that is so beautiful. Stars in the sky. Wow. Amazing. Who'd have thought a cathedral like this would be up a street like that? This is what I love about these little village explorations. Sometimes a bit dull, nothing happens, and then sometimes you just happen upon magic. And just next to the cathedral, maybe, I don't know, 20 yards down the road, 30 yards down the road, here's another one. Not a cathedral, but another church. It's remarkable, isn't it? This one, I think, will be closed. Oh, and another one. Part of the same thing. It's unbelievable. Profile. Church cat coming down to see us. Oh, hello, hello, hello. Want to be friends? You do, don't you? Want to be friends? Or do you want my sandwich? Twiggy, you'll get jealous. Twiggy, you'll get jealous. We love that ruined lookout point up there. That'd make a little house with a view, wouldn't it? Rob, what a balcony. Yeah, we decided to avoid the school party. We're still making quite a lot of noise. We thought we'd go to the cemetery for our picnic, because at least it'd be quiet. You're guaranteed some peace in a cemetery. Mind knowing now, look, they'll be chopping some trees down. See, this is a top picnic spot. Peace and quiet and epic views. There's a local museum for local people. It's free. Oh, I think we better have a look if it's open. It's hard to know. Should you just try and open the door, do you think?
You have the lock open best.
The reason it's closed is the museum's for sale. So if you want to buy a museum of what looks like old farm implements, well, there's one available. 45 years been collecting them. How lovely. It's going to take a particular buyer, isn't it? For the Me and Mon Ami Museum. Me and Mon Ami Local Museum for local people. Museum. Where do you think this restaurant is, Mr. Mook?
It's somewhere up there, not as far as the strap. It's on that side.
In the mountain, like up there? Yeah, up there. Well, we think, Mr. Bull, that that's where it is, don't we? We didn't carry on that road because it's quite lengthy. And we also decided we're definitely not going to drive because it's very narrow. And it says Rue Dangereuse and there's no barrier and you fall in the water. So we're going to cycle back tonight. High risk in itself, but let's see what happens when we visit the most unlikely restaurant on the French Riviera, or certainly the most unlikely top restaurant. Right, Mr. Boo, let's see if we can find the world's most remote restaurant.
And I wonder if I could see your eyes against the sun.
It cannot be a restaurant up here on the other side. Unfortunately, there is a side. I think this even tops a barbecue restaurant in Gorbio for remoteness. Well, they definitely do. Definite. In fact, maybe the most remote restaurant I've ever gone to. It's a bridge. Careful, there's no fence. Well, there's another sign up here, I think, they're having us on. It's a wild goose chase. Wow. Oh, you're joking, not up here. We're going to arrive covered in cow dung.
That's an A4.
Well, if you drive here, folks, be aware that you're going to have to drive up here. You might be better walking. It's a long walk, especially from Brigue. I'm covered in flies now. Have you got the flies? They're all over my glasses, I can't see. I can see a building, Mr. Boo. Is that it? I hope so. No, it's just a shed. I can hear some cowbells. I feel like I'm in an episode of Heidi. Used to have terrible subtitles, Heidi, a bit like us. Is this it? Wowza. No, I don't think this is at somebody's house. I'm glad we didn't stop for a drink. We'd never have made it. You said it was 20 minutes. I'll be ready for my dinner. Stroke of coughing. Oh. If I hadn't seen two signs, I would not believe a restaurant was up here. Is this another sign? Another puncture. Where are we going? Turn left. Turn left at the stream. Oh God, we're going up. This is bonkers. Well, I don't think they're going to get much walk-up trade. You've either booked or you're not coming. Wow. Now this is crazy. Parking. There are some cars here. Well, they'll bend these nose.
People abandoned their cars.
This is where you abandon your car if you come. Where's the place? It's up there. It is quite literally a shack. Wow. This better be good. It's certainly got the novelty factor. I'm pushing up here for fear of falling at the last hurdle, Foyne style. Wow. It's just round this corner. They do have lights on the footpath for later, I've noticed. So here we are. This, ladies and gentlemen, was, I think, the Maison de Pier. Well, if not, we've been had. Go for it, Mr. Boo. See what it's like. Gorgeous up here, but we've gone for outside. We're down here. Front row. So, we're having a little apéro on the terrace before we're allowed into the dining room. Lovely. White Negroni. What have you got? Gin tonic?
Gin tonic with lilac tonic from the lilacs they grow here.
Lilac tonic? It sounds like a Neil Diamond song. Right, we're set for inside now. Getting nearer the food. So we have to choose your wine here. It's not a menu, you come and look. Quite a choice. Fabulous. And at all prices, and some as low as 25, 22. Well, we've gone very posh. Bourgogne red. And what have you got? Bourgogne white.
Très bon.
To do a lot of tours next week, Mr. Boo, for this treat. So this, Mr. Boo, is soccer
Deep fried.
with a deep fried with a veal tartare. Veal tartare, so raw veal on top.
From the neighbour's garden.
The neighbours get what is
And with a bit of fennel flour from just in the garden below.
it's delicious. Great idea. I like it. Love
Go
the
like
idea
this.
of it.
It's delicious.
Mr. Boo.
This is green beans from Ventimiglia in a yogurt made of local sheep milk, and the sheep come from La Brigue. They are Brigue-esque
We've
sheep.
seen them sheep in the field, haven't we? We've
And
seen
then,
them.
and then I think it's a radish on top with
Lovely.
egg yolk.
Tuck
Bubble
in.
on top.
Tuck in.
With mint from the garden as well.
Nice.
Delicious.
What's it taste of?
Yogurt and mint and green beans. Just like really simple, and you could make this as a regular
Light.
salad.
It has the taste of summer. Quite literally. It's got summer in it. I'm not joking. That, Mr. Boo.
So it's a fresh cannelloni
Yeah.
with ricotta from the same Brigue-esque sheep from next to the hotel.
Came out the same sheep.
From the same sheep.
That's a busy sheep. That
Busy
one.
sheep, that one. And the inside sauce is made of, I've forgotten. The cream sauce on top is broccoli from the valley. The inside is bay leaves and hazelnut.
Well, get stuck in. Tell us what you think. That's what matters.
Look at that, so cute.
Look at that, yeah. Always a pasta course, she said.
That's so nice. It's so
Light again.
light. Summer. In summer, it's like.
But it is the
perfect for
taste
now.
of summer. Everything we've had is the taste of summer. It's so weird.
And the pesto with the hazelnut and bay leaves is so delicate, but just like it's yeah.
Yeah.
Hunt fished in Ventimille, around Ventimille. We go to Ventimille once a week.
Wow.
For the fish. So we cooked it entirely in the open with the fennel that we harvest last year and just dried.
Super.
He looks happy.
4.
This is 4, I think.
Four.
This is a sea bream from Ventimiglia
Yeah.
with fennel from the garden and red pepper coulis from the garden. And then this was, what did she just say?
Something.
Something.
Something saucy. Have a
Looks
taste.
nice. The fish is delicious.
Is it? Mm-hmm. What's
Perfect.
the sauce taste like?
It's gorgeous.
Yes, veal, the veal that you had to start, yeah, the tartare. And here's the square with the
Let me get it out.
and the fruit.
I've got some local veal.
5.
Yeah.
Number 5.
Local veal with some peas.
Yeah. Local veal and peas.
And the peas are deglazed in the pan with some pastis from Nice
Pasties.
to give it a licoricey feel.
Enjoy them.
Yeah.
I mean, this has got a bit more bottom draw, this green, which is lovely. I'm enjoying the bottom draw. Oats cheese pudding, Mr. Boo. It is course 6. Or do you think there'll be a pudding after this? It's not the amount of food, it's the fact that it's now 10 to 11 and we've got to cycle back for an hour on that dirt track. I just had to tell the waitress that because it's now 11:08 and we got here at 7:30 and we've got an hour to cycle back along that path, that could we have our pudding first, and don't be offended if we want the bill quick because we are slightly nervous. But I'm getting home. This has been a 7-course epic. Anyway, I'll try my pudding. final course? You've no idea.
It's a strawberry and a cherry soup with a bit of piment, a bit of chili,
Right.
pepper.
It's some sorbet.
With a
What's
sorbet on
what's
the
the, what's the floaty bit? Is that like a biscotti or something?
Oh, soup's nice.
Would you like shortbread?
No, it's soft.
Oh,
And it's a pear sorbet.
yeah, sorbet. Well, this soup and sorbet is spectacular with a bit of, you can taste the piment, can't you? Yeah, it's got a bit of chili in it, it's got kick. Not quite what you expect at the end, but really nice. The moon is quite something, but I wish it was full because it's just terrifying this anyway. Let's do it. Hope there's no snakes on the road
Stop
again,
it.
Mr. Brew. That's providing we ever make it home in one piece. This is insane. Hang on. Well, it's the morning after the night before. Wow, our journey back was quite insane, wasn't it?
It was the most ridiculous thing we've probably ever done.
It was genuinely quite scary. It was pitch darkness for most of it. We were alongside that river, a sheer drop off the edge. There were snakes, frogs, rats, dogs,
Owls.
hyenas. No, there weren't. But it was bonkers, and it was icy cold, wasn't it?
Freezing.
So we got back here, what time? 12:30?
It's 10 past 12.
10 past 12.
47 minutes cycle.
So that was after a meal that lasted how long?
Well, we arrived at 7:30.
And we left at 11:15. So it was 3 3/4 hours. I mean, I think as Alan Bennett said when somebody said to him, oh, we made love for 3 hours. And Alan Bennett said, well, you could be in Leeds in 3 hours. I kind of felt much the same way. Now, what did you make of that restaurant, Mr. Boone?
Well, the goods, like the setting is magical. The dining room is amazing. And let's face it, the food was really, really good.
Yeah, I mean, the food is spectacular. Don't be surprised if a Michelin star doesn't appear, you know, on their CV quite soon. It is also, it's pretty good value. I mean, I have to say, I sat and breathed in when I got the bill. It was €205 for two of us, but you had 6 courses. A 6-course tasting menu is €60 there. Now, I can't think of anywhere delivering the comparable quality of food that can you know, that does that. No. You know, that is going to potentially win even more awards. So all that's good, and we did have a quite expensive €48 bottle of wine, but it wasn't nearly your birthday, so we were sort of pushing the boat out, weren't we, really? And we wanted to do the full experience. If I'm honest, this is not a criticism of the place or the food or the people. They were absolutely lovely, but 6-course tasting menus are not for me. I feel eventually like I'm taken prisoner because I can't escape and I can't get any more food. You know, that's not a criticism of the place. It is just what tasting menus are, and I'm more of a raw beef and chips guy, really, in all honesty. But I could totally appreciate the quality of the food.
Yeah.
If you're going to go there, and I would definitely say it's well worth booking and having the experience, maybe go for lunch. Because
And not on a bike, maybe?
and not on a bike without lights, with one light on the front of his bike that sustained us. If we didn't have that, I mean, that is our fault. It's nothing to do with anybody else. So it's a remarkable place, and it was one of the most remarkable things we've ever done, I think, for good and for ill. But anyway, we're back here. We're going to have our final little breakfast at the Mirval, and I should say, the Mirval, you know, it is quirky as hell, but I would recommend it. I mean, if you want something 5-star, definitely don't come. It's not that, but it's got bags of charm, and it's superb value at €43 a night at the minute. They find you at the breakfast. But anyway, if you've enjoyed this adventure in the Royal Valley, please think about buying us a coffee. It really helps support this madness. but also think about leaving us a comment, giving us a like, and most of all, folks, remember, in the darkness or in the light, stay charged.
Bye.
When I wake, I see the light and feel the shade. When I wake, I realize we're all the same.